As the children sing, Tippi Hedren drives up to the school. Hitchcock sets the scene by having a distant shot of the school and the surrounding area in the distance as Tippi Hedren drives up. It's late in the day, so the shadows are long and coming towards. As Tippi Hedren gets out of the car, we don't follow her with our camera. We sit outside of the school, implying that we're not going in with her, that the action is outside. As she drives up to the school, our eyes are drawn towards the focus of the shot. Tippi Hedren in the car. The school takes up nearly the entire background, its shadow coming down towards us. It is large and it is important. Hedren, in comparison, looks small, but she has a purpose. The lighting can also play another purpose. It is nearing the end of the day. The shadow is long, night is near. This can be taken as an allegory for the two parts of the film. Night is approaching, and so are the birds. Together with the singing, we are being warned of the impending horror. Throughout these cuts, the singing of the class may be heard. In a movie with no soundtrack, any musical additions to the scene are immediately obvious and carry contrasting meaning. Hitchcock films are not nice, but the first half of the film was. With only a few bird attacks, this scene of the children singing may be viewed as a bridge between the two howls of the birds, ending the first half on a high note with the children laughing and singing so as to increase the horror of the next half of the film. Despite sounding nice, the sound of the playground scene has ulterior motives. The only cutting involved in the first part of the scene is for when it is necessary, like when Hedren enters or exits the stage. Again, this is to contrast the fast and erratic shots that will happen after the scene. It's cutting to continuity, whereas the bird attacks are very fast, loud, and dangerous. This entire scene is build-up, which creates suspense for when the birds attack the children, and suspense creates stronger emotional reaction for when the horror parts begin. The framing is purposeful. Hedren is positioned sitting in front of a playground, looking towards the viewers. She looks anxious. She doesn't know when the birds will attack, but she knows that they will. All the while, crows flock to the playground behind her, unbeknownst to Hedren. The birds gather on the playground, taking up all the space available. A clear example of dramatic irony, but this isn't meant to be a comedy. As the audience, we want to tell her, "Look behind you! Danger is coming!" The cuts begin to quicken. Hitchcock's purpose is clear. He wants us to feel the tension rising. The camera gets up close to Hedren. She begins to get more worried, but she still doesn't notice the crows behind her. The birds are silent, deafened by the singing of the children. Hedren is smoking, waiting. She might be smoking to alleviate her concerns for the children or to pass the time. Only on a whim does Hedren notice the birds behind her. Instantly alarmed, she goes to the class to get the children out. Another piece of irony arises. The birds on the outside and the singing children on the inside. The birds only react when the children begin to run. This entire scene is built up for the rest of the film. With long cuts and singing music in the background, it is pure irony that makes the scene.